Bolt it, Mariah.
Bolt it?
Bolt the door, Mariah.
Yes, miss.
Someone sees you guys as a meal ticket. Okay, you got the raccoon card that came out here, and okay, you guys are out as a starfish. So you guys bring in a sense of allure and attractiveness into the situation. You guys could be doing really well when it comes down to your career advancements. You're seeing many different things come available to you as the months go on. Okay, this could be your season of rebuilding for yourself right now. And someone sees your hard work, okay, and they're seeing that, okay, you will be a perfect person to really invest into a relationship, okay? They don't feel confident in themselves, okay? They could have like, a big major identity complex when it comes down to feeling imposter syndrome in the situation, okay? So they really hide behind the shadows looking for someone to come in a situation with a sense of strength, okay? And you guys right now are really, embodying that sense of strength. Even if you guys are having some financial difficulties right now, you're still ahead of your move when it comes down to really investing into your career, really going about the proper process as far as really investing in your finances, looking for jobs in the market right now, really taking the time to see what's the best fit for you. This person sees your hustle, and they know they don't have the same hustle as you, okay? So what they're going to do is they're going to come into your love environment right now. They're going to be tiptoeing trying to get to know you, okay? They're trying to figure out what are your deal breakers, what are some things that make you tick, and they're trying to study you as close as possible so they can figure out how to sort of infiltrate, really into a relationship type of status with you, okay? This person is really not ready for a relationship. They're really looking to just find a sense of security. They're looking to, rush into a partnership. So you guys may feel that, that urgency, that attention that they're giving to you, but it's really coming in a very fast and furious type of way, okay? They're trying to have that heart to heart with you, but it's just going to come across like, you're listening to someone like a tape recorder, okay? They're just saying things that you want to hear, okay? They're not looking to really invest and really to, share about themselves. It's going to be like a complete mirror reflection. You guys are going to really be in a place where you're like, okay, this seems kind of weird, okay? This person doesn't really seem to have their own type of identity, okay? They're trying to mirror my identity back to me, and you guys probably already went through that type of phase in a relationship before when it came down to meeting people who were not really worth your time, and you're not falling for the love bombing in the situation, okay? This person's gonna really come in hot and heavy trying to love bomb you, okay? Like I said before, this is like, cuffing season right now. It's fall time, so people are looking to really, get to know some people, have more of that open energy when it comes down to people in their environment. And this person, like I said, they have no breaks in the situation because they see you as someone that's going to really give them a sense of emotional stability, a sense of financial stability. They're looking at your pockets, they're looking at your potential pockets too. They're listening to you, okay? They're listening to hear about your hustle. They're listening to hear about, okay, what are your plans in the next venture in your life, okay? They don't have that type of plan for their lives, okay? They have a bunch of confused energy when it comes down to manifesting their own type of success in their life, okay? And they're looking to really get you knocked up in the situation. This could not mean, on a literal type of manner, but they're looking to really rush into a strong sense of family bonds. This could be, like I said, moving in with each other. This could be sort of like finding a tie that sort of connects you guys, in the relationship, okay? And that's all a part of that love bombing type of factor that they have with you, okay? Like I said, guys, be wary of this energy because this energy here is just really all about appearances. They want you to really highlight their appearance because they know that you guys really bring in a strong sense of self into the environment. You have that confidence. They want to feed off of your confidence, okay, to really enhance their viewpoint of themselves in the relationship, okay? And you guys are really taking that time that this person's in your life or, like I said, in your dating environment right now. You guys are really taking the time to be the detective in the situation to see, is this really too good to be true, okay? You guys are like, okay, this person's really coming in hot and heavy. Is this really true in the situation? Are their motives correct? Are they really looking to invest into me in this relationship in a proper way? Or they just tiptoeing around trying to like get into my good graces so they can sort of like put the blinders on me to have this unstable future relationship. Okay, before you guys even get to that mindset of that happy home happy life type of mentality, you guys are taking that time to say, okay, you know what, are you really a player in the situation? Okay, and you guys are seeing that this person, their past, is not really aligning properly because you're seeing that it's filled with a lot of lust while you're being a detective in the situation. Okay, you're seeing that this person really has a lot of lust towards other individuals in the environment. Okay, you guys could really, like I said, have this person really in a place where you're looking at their ashes, you're looking at their past, and their past is really close by home, meaning like a lot of their past is not so far in the distance. Okay, they're really dealing with a lot of situations that are really screaming that they make poor choices or that they make a lot of lustful decisions too as well. Okay, you guys are discovering that this person has a lot of kinky ways. Okay, a lot of, like I said before, they like to, rush love. They like to have a lot of things on the side. What they're trying to show you is the mirror image of you. Okay, so they're all about showing you. So a lot of like this raccoon energy can really hide itself, hide its hands. Okay, and this raccoon energy has it does have the creativity. It does have that that natural talent. But a lot of times that raccoon energy does a lot of self guessing in the situation. You guys don't have that same factor when it comes down to the starfish. Okay. So with you guys being around this person, they're taking on a lot of your identity when it comes down to your confidence, and it's a fake confidence, okay? So you're seeing this person really come into this fake flexing type of mindset, and you're realizing that, what they're hiding is like a treacherous, background when it comes down to how they approach relationships, okay? This person has really a player type of mindset. They're not looking to really settle down, okay? And one thing that you guys have an issue with is like, they're leading with you, let's get serious. Let's take it to the next level, okay? But at the end of the day, they will have a lot of things hidden in the shadows. You got Sneaky Link that came out here, okay? So this person has a lot of things hidden in the shadows. They will not cut a lot of ties off when it comes down to their player ways. They want to move with you. They want to have this sense of urgency and this sense of growth with you because they know that you would get them to a better place when it comes down to their emotional healing, when it comes down to their finances as well. And they know that if they ride your coattails, they're going to run into the same type of success. So they'll just hide their hand when it comes down to really embarking on extra relationships in the in your partnership. Okay, this person here, like I said, they have a high sexual taste when it comes down to many different people and not really investing their time in it. They like to hide their hand too as well, and with them hiding their hand, they'll have you on this roller coaster ride in the situation. Okay, they'll have you on this roller coaster ride because they want to, like I said, have you in this love bombing perspective. And once you're sort of tied to them, they know that they can later on, rock your world a little bit by being on this roller coaster. Okay, and you guys are really being wise with this detective energy. You're realizing, okay, this person here has a lot of things that are just not, proper when it comes down to investing in a true relationship. Okay, this person's still looking to play, and you guys are not wasting your time. You're not even putting yourself in this emotional type of perspective here with this person because you're realizing that this person has a lot of self interest when it comes down to exploring partnerships. Okay, and you guys are not falling for that type of investment. Okay, like I said, they won't bring in a lot of their negative behavior in the situation until you get comfortable, until you fall for this love bombing situation. So that way that they're going to tiptoe around when it comes down to really showing who they truly are in the situation. And once you get comfortable, once you let your guard down, some of you guys, like I said before, if you guys were thinking of, children with this person, or like I said, they're putting this picture perfect perspective with a family environment, they want you to feel comfortable before taking you into a whole different direction when it comes down to your emotional health. Okay, so really take the time to really look at this person. Have that discernment when it comes down to your love life here, because if they're coming in and they're very fraudulent when it comes down to the investment, if they're not looking to have things in place when it comes down to really getting to know someone in the proper way, and they come in with their own identity, okay, if it sounds like you, if it sounds like your energy being reflected back, you guys have to take a step back to say, okay, you know what, this is not a real loving type of situation. This heart to heart is just someone trying to reflect to me, things that I say, my belief system, but is it truly their belief system? And like I said, with you guys really having that spirit of discernment, you're going to really find out for yourself if this person's worth your time, okay? If they're worth your time, they're going to come in with their own sense of boundaries. They're going to come in with their own belief systems, okay? You guys may not agree with everything, but like I said, you'll see that this person has this identity if they come in correctly when it comes down to meeting a proper person that's looking to invest in a proper relationship, okay? When you see someone that's trying to rush you to the finish line, then you already know that something's wrong with the situation, okay? We're going to go into the tarot deck a little bit here. Then afterwards, we're going to end with the hard truth deck here. Give me 1 second. So we got the Strength card here, King of Cups. We had the Four of Wands. Let's see, King of Wands here. Two of Swords. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see, we got the Nine of Swords here. Okay. Pull a few more cards. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see. And two more. Let's see, Nine of Swords. And we had the Moon card here, okay? Let's get started. All righty. So you guys are really taking your time to really be the strength in the situation. You're looking before you're leaping in the situation when it comes down to your love life, okay? Because you want someone to invest in you that has this King of Cups perspective. Okay, they're emotionally sound. They have a good sense of emotional intelligence. Okay, and they also have a passion for you. Okay, you want someone to have that type of passion for you and to come in with that sense of maturity in the situation. And you're really taking your time to really see if this person's really worth your investment and really worth the time and effort and energy to consider in a relationship. And you guys are sort of like, you're in your head, you're thinking about it. Okay, but this person, you're realizing that, okay, with this person coming in, not having a strong sense of self and also having like a little bit of a hidden jealousy, a hidden animosity, because you guys are coming in a situation where you are that star when it comes down to your overall investments, when it comes down to, like I said, your environment, you have a strong sense of self. You're realizing that this person has a major resentment when it comes down to, who you are as an individual. Okay. This person really wants to have you in a place where you depend on them. Okay. They want to take away your security when it comes down to your finances. You'll see that this person is really draining your energy, and with your time and with your effort, you're going to be investing in a lot of things that they're trying to do for themselves, but they already don't have a plan of action. So with them coming to you in that type of direction, they're just going to be draining your finances and draining your time. Okay, and you're realizing for yourself that you don't want to see yourself put in a situation where the investment is just not really working out for your favor. Okay, this will have you in a place where if you chose to invest in this individual and they came into you in the wrong type of direction, and you're seeing that they have a lot of chaotic energy when it comes down to a sense of self, okay, it'll put you in the Nine of Swords. Okay, this person has no issue with having you in this roller coaster ride with them. They see that as like, okay, you know what, if I present myself as like, this fake King of Cups here, then I'll be able to lower the guard down, and then I can put them in this, roller coaster ride type of situation, okay? And with you guys being in a roller coaster ride emotionally, this will take away from you working on your overall investments, working on your finances, working on what you have in place for opportunities in your life, okay? Because this person's only coming into you in a direction that's a knight, okay? And you guys, like I said before, take that time to get to know someone, to have that strength to really look to see, okay, am I making a wise decision here? Okay, before I put my emotional investment in the situation, is this person rushing to me because they just see me as a star? So, with me being a star in the situation, they have a sense of entitlement where it's like they see me as a golden ticket. Okay, someone sees you as that golden ticket. Okay, they see you as that golden ticket to get to their next level, and you guys are looking behind the veil to say, okay, you know what? Let me have my intuition in this situation, really understand what's going on in my general direction. I'm not going to be, swayed by a lot of, my emotions in the situation. I'm going to look past just my emotional type of feelings. I'm going to look and see what's behind the surface, what's going on, what are the key major issues when it comes down to like this overall investment. And you guys, with that, you will be able to understand and identify if the relationship's really worth your time. If you're seeing that this person that's just really coming into your direction as a knight, okay, that's the person that's coming into your direction that's like all talk and no action. The Knight of Swords is just all about running their mouth. So they talk a good game. Like I said, want to have that heart to heart, rush it in with that, but they have no sense of, overall, like I said, development when it comes down to really, leading with what they're saying, okay? It's all about what sounds good, okay? And when you guys really look beyond that veil to see what this person's really on, this won't catch you off guard. You'll know exactly how to place this person in your life, okay? We're going to move on to the Hard Truth deck. We're going to end with that. All right. Let's see here. So we have external influences, and let's see support. All right, let's get started. So it says, outside factors are heavily influencing your decision. Consider who has your ear and ensure your choices are in line with your highest potential. So yeah, you guys are really taking that time, really take the time to really be in your own head about the situation. Okay, look to see what this person is really doing when it comes down to like, what they're leading with, okay? Take that time, listen to them, see how they move in their past, and see how they move with you when it comes down to the overall investment, not just what they're saying, because like I said, I believe that this person could really say a lot of things that sound good, but what about their actions? And I think you guys are taking that time, having a strength moment to really examine their actions to see if they really align for overall investment, okay? And if you guys are seeing that it's not really worth your time, they're coming in with that type of fraudulent type of energy, you're not going to invest in the situation, okay? Because this person wants support, okay? They want support because they see you as someone who's, like I said, that giving energy, this energy, that starfish energy brings in a lot of attention. They want someone to support their emotional needs, their financial needs. They see you as someone that has that type of energy that's willing to really go about, a proper connection. They know that once you guys are tied into a relationship, you guys put your heart into it, and they know that it's hard for you to walk away from something that you're already tied to. So they know that, okay, if I quickly rush into this relationship, the collective's going to be, hard to really break away from, because they know that you'll be tied into it if you are love bound in the situation and just, run towards each post, each milestone. And then you'll look back and say, okay, well, since I invested in it, okay, it's sort of challenging for me to sort of like, pull my emotions back to really see, okay, if this person's really worth my time, or should I like walk away from the situation? And with you guys having this deep feeling when it comes down to overall investments, really make sure that this person's worth the investment, okay? Because like I said, support, sometimes it's necessary to ask for help, and that's okay. Accept assistance when offered. You don't have to do it alone. This is what this person feels like. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to use my, my charm and my wit, okay, to get the support that I need, okay? But I'm not looking to really build in the situation. I'm just looking to be the mouthpiece, okay, to get to my next level, okay? And don't be in that situation where you're pulling this person up and they're not really growing on their own accord when it comes down to their own, energy and their own endeavors, okay? That's not your job to do, okay? All right, guys, this is your reading for the month of November. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Have a good one.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant.